Hi, Joyce here. You might be wondering why there's a peacock behind me. We'll get to that in a minute. I want to share a tool with you. Actually, there's going to be a series of tools, and they're all about expansion. So the reason expansion is important is because when you feel expanded, you're in your core, and whatever problem or issue you might have is going to seem small in comparison to that expanded feeling. So one way to bring that into your world is to have expanded things be part of your surroundings. So it could be visuals, it could be smells, it could be sounds. Any kind of thing that makes you feel expanded, that's what's really important. So when I travel, I love to be outside and go to just beautiful places and feel that expansion. And I want to feel that way as often as possible and build that muscle. Because if I'm bringing that into my world, into my workplace, I am just coming from a way better place, a way better perspective. So, for example, if you go in my living room or my office, I have lots of pictures. Almost all of them have water in it, whether it's the ocean or a river. I live on a river. I'm filming this from home. The river is right there. And so in my living room, there's the Cliffs of Moher, which is in Ireland, which is just this incredible place. I have pictures of Sedona, the Grand Canyon, trips to Alaska, all kinds of things. And if I stop and pause and look at them, now a lot of times they're part of the woodwork, but you have to pause and just bring yourself back to that moment, that feeling that you had, that expanded feeling when you were in those situations. And so I use that as a muscle building tool in all parts of my life. Okay, so now we can talk about the peacock. One day, my children came home, my oldest son, who's an adult, and he said, "Hey, Ma, what's with the peacock?" So I had put the peacock, this picture of a peacock, above my fireplace. And keep in mind, it's always been outside nature things. I've never had a peacock, never talked about peacocks with my kids. And I'm like, well, if you look at it, it's the peacock is in their core. And I was just about, we were just starting the website at that time, and I'm like, look, these are all like little ideas, and it was just so symbolic to me, and it was so motivating to me as I worked on this project. So yeah, that did not go over well. They just laughed at me. So then he got all the rest of the kids involved, and they're all laughing at me, and they all call it my peacock phase. They still talk about it. This is no longer hanging in the living room. But I do encourage you to surround yourself with things that are expansive. And even if it means nothing to anyone else but you, it's very, very impactful. And it helps you to build that muscle of expansion. And when you're entering any situation in an expanded way, you're gonna bring more to that than you would if you were in a contracted way. I hope that you find that helpful.